Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to part 3 of my entire movie collection. I switched it up a little bit. I figured why sit on the ground in an uncomfortable position, but I got a nice comfy chair right here. I got a table next to me. Figured that'd be easy. Then I can literally just switch out shelves. So we're gonna do the one right behind me right here. So this is basically gonna be part 2B because this is just the rest of my horror. So it's just basically an extension of the other shelf. So without further ado, let's get into it. Like I said, I got a shelf right here, so it's going to be easy just to pull right from there, sit in a comfy chair, be a lot easier. But let's get into it. So first I'm going to have a couple of Scream Factory box sets. I just love these box sets. I really wish they would come out with more of them. I know they did the Halloween, 4K collection one with the 3 movies. I'm going to pick it up sometime. I'm just waiting for it to go on sale. But either way, we have the Omen box set, all 5 movies. Then we have Critter, all 4. Next up we have The Fly, all of the movies. I enjoyed this one a lot too because it has the original from 1958 on top of the older, or I guess the remakes. I wouldn't say older ones, but the remakes that came out with Jeff Goldblum. So love these. I mean, I just wish they would do more of these. Next up, we have the Universal Monsters collections on 4K. So we have Volume 1, and then we also have Volume 2. I just love old school horror. I love the Universal Monsters, so of course I'm going to pick that up. This next little stack is basically the entire amount of DVDs that I have in my collection. So I have 3 of them. The first one is actually going to be a Blu-ray. It's Fright Night. It's the Eureka version. I do have the 4K back there somewhere that you'll see probably in this video. But I just like the artwork on this. I like the case. I like, so I just kept it. I don't need it, but I kept it. Anybody that grew up in the 90s is going to remember Rookie of the Year. Such an awesome movie. And then these 2 are the exact same movies, just different copies. So I have Dawn of the Dead on DVD. And then I also have the Ultimate Edition on DVD. This comes with a bunch of different cuts of the movie. I love this movie. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I just want every cut of it. I want every copy and stuff like that. I want every different version of this movie. Alright, next up we're going to get into more zombies. This is going to run down basically the entire line of mostly zombie movies. We have Land of the Dead. We have Day of the Dead. Hopefully this gets a 4K release. I don't know why it shouldn't or hasn't, but fingers crossed. We have the Dawn of the Dead. This is getting a 4K release coming out January 31st, so I'm excited to see that. I heard they didn't put the director's cut, Zack Snyder's cut on 4K, so but I'm still excited to see how it looks on 4K. And again, Dawn of the Dead, the original on Blu-ray from Anchor Bay. This used to be really sought after. It still kind of is because the 4K is now out of sale or out of print. The animated Night of the Living Dead. The Night of the Living Dead remake from Umbrella that Tom Savini directed. If you haven't seen this movie, go see it. It's awesome. It's a great remake. Tom Savini, I mean, you know Tom Savini, he is amazing. Next up is going to be Night of the Living Dead. I got this from somewhere in Europe. I honestly can't remember, but it's got, dings. I mean, you can probably see it right there. Dings, scratches. It doesn't look great, but I just love the artwork on it. I love the steelbook. Ended up getting it for free because I had a refund for it. The Blu-ray of Night of the Living Dead. Zombieland 2. Zombieland 1. The remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I still think is a pretty solid remake. This came around like the early 2000s or so when they were doing a lot of the remakes, Freddy, but some of them came out pretty good. I have the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre just on Steelbook, random Blu-ray, but I'm excited to see how it looks on 4K. I don't know how well it's going to look. I'm sure it's going to look super grainy still, but who knows? Either way, I'm excited to see it. We have the 4K of Poltergeist, 4K of Lost Boys. Here is that Fright Night 4K Steelbook. And the Fright Night remake. Pretty solid movie. Go watch it. Alright, and like I had in the previous video, we have some of the Day of the Dead Steelbooks. We have Child's Play, just a random Blu-ray. We have, the entire Child's Play collection so far on Blu-ray. I do have the first Child's Play on 4K. I'll probably pick up the other two, but I'm not in a rush. I'm not the biggest fan of Chucky, so I don't really need him all on 4K, but yeah, if there's a sale. We have season 1. This is pretty solid. I'm waiting on season 2. I'll pick that up and watch that as well. Spiral on 4K. It was alright. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't terrible. Jigsaw. We have the complete collection of Saw. Again, hit or miss. There's a couple of good ones in there, then there's terrible ones. Then we have Saw on 4K. The 4-movie collection of Hellraiser. Then I have this awesome Arrow Steelbook of Pinhead right there. Hellraiser, the first movie. Awesome Steelbook. Arrow, I don't know why you don't do more Steelbooks. Alright, next we're going to get into Dr. Sleep. If you haven't read the book, read the book. If you haven't watched the director's cut of this movie, watch the director's cut. It adds about 20 to 30 minutes, but it really fleshes out a lot of the characters, gives you more depth. It's just, he knew what he was doing when he did the director's cut. We have the 4K of The Shining. Friday the 13th. This is the remake. Again, same time as Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake and all of those. I love this remake. I thought it was really good. Friday the 13th Part 3. Friday the 13th Part 2. And Part 1. I do have Part 5. It's over somewhere getting cataloged, so I have it. You guys all know what it looks like. I don't really think I should get it. Halloween Kills. Not gonna get Halloween Ends unless it goes on stupid sale for like $7. That movie was just terrible. Either way, Halloween the remake 2018. And then we're gonna get it into all of the Halloween. So Halloween 4K5, Halloween 4, Halloween 3. You guys have all seen these. I'm just gonna shuffle right through them. Halloween 2, and then Halloween. Then I have the complete Halloween collection. It has the Rob Zombie movies in it. Say what you will about them. I hate those movies. I think they're terrible. First one's okay, but the second one is not even a Halloween movie. And then I have this beautiful steelbook of Halloween the First on 4K. It's just absolutely amazing. I love the artwork. I love the copper tone. You know, her in the back. It just looks great. Alright, these next three are considered horror-ish. I guess at least one of them is considered horror, but I wanted to keep them all together either way. So we have Glass, Split. Again, that's the horror one. The other one I wouldn't really say. And then Unbreakable. We have the Predator collection on Steelbook. But then I also have the Predator 4K because it looks fantastic. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I thought this is a good entry-level horror scary movie, especially for kids. Yeah, Salem's Lot. I'm excited for the remake, but this is still a really awesome Stephen King adaptation. Next up, Cat's Eye, another Stephen King adaptation. Pet Sematary. That was the remake. This is the original Mondo Steelbook. So, again, seeing a theme, Stephen King. Then we got Christine. This is the 4K. I'm kind of upset that the 4K looked exactly like the regular Blu-ray Steelbook, but whatever. And then next up we have It Follows Steelbook. Definitely a solid horror movie. Say what you will about it, but it kind of creates its own story in its own weird way. We got Beetlejuice, Monster Squad, American Psycho, we have the remake or sequel, I guess, of Candyman. Candyman 4K. Lake Placid, if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's awesome. It's a great monster movie. Cherry Falls. I threw this in here, but Vice Squad. I figured I just want to keep all the Scream Factory together. We have The Burning. Tom Savini is wonderful in this movie. The makeup is just, it's great. Bubba Hotep, I'm excited for the 4K for that. The Shocker, nice little Wes Craven random movie he did that kind of flies under the radar. We have Night of the Creeps. Do a 4K of this. I love that movie. It's so campy and awesome. Again, Body Bags, if you haven't seen this, it's a horror anthology. It's an awesome movie. There's Toby Hooper. You get Luke Skywalker in here. John Carpenter's like the creepy guy. It's supposed to be the innkeeper. So there's so many, I mean, so many good people in this movie. Random cameos. Go pick it up. Go buy it. Go watch it. Idle Hands. Into the Mouth of Madness. I think they're going to do these on 4K just because I think they're going to do all John Carpenter's on 4K. Got Ginger Snaps. Night of the Comet. The original Firestarter. And the Blob remake. Definitely a top 5 remake of all times. So we are halfway through. So if you could like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification, that would be wonderful for me. Liking is free. Like everybody's video. Any video that you watch. If you like it, boom, like it. If you don't like it, still hit that like button. Get crazy with it. Like everybody's video. And then leave a comment down below letting me know, did you like this shelf? Did you like the second shelf? The first shelf? What can you see back here already that you're excited for? And I got another shelf over here that nobody can even see that I have other stuff on. So let's get into the rest of this shelf. Next up we have The Mist. The ending is definitely horrifying. It's different from what the book is or the short story for Stephen King, but both are great. We have The Orphan. The Final Girls, I think, is one of the best horror comedies of all time. I absolutely love this movie. We have Mama. Phantasm. We have the double feature with Planet Terror and Death Proof. Jaws 4K. The Wraith. Manhunter. We have Hannibal. Banana Splits. Attack the Block. This is an awesome monster movie and one of John Boyega's first movies, so watch it. It's great. You won't regret it. Psycho Gorman. And You're Next. If you haven't watched this underrated horror movie, badass female character. Alright, next up we got Arachnophobia. Alone. Spree. We have Creepshow Season 2 from Shudder. Creepshow Season 1 from Shudder. I need to pick up Season 3, but I think it's going to go on sale pretty soon here. We have Creepshow 2. And then we have the box set of the original Creepshow. And then Just Desserts is making of the Creepshow. If you like Creepshow and you like the shows and you haven't watched this, watch this. It's awesome. It's basically just all behind the scenes stuff. We got Crawl. Strangers Pray at Night. The original Strangers, which I think they're doing a remake or sequel or whatever you want to call it of The Strangers that's going to come out next year. We got The Shallows. Sundown. A 3-pack of The Possession, Cabin in the Woods, and Sinister. And then, of course, I had to get the 4K Steelbook of Cabin in the Woods. Just awesome. We'll give you a little sneak peek. Oh, there they are, the control boards. Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. I will not buy 3. Garbage. And then apparently the 4th one's terrible too. But then I just love this artwork for the Steelbook of Jeepers Creepers, so I had to keep it. Alright, next shelf we have The Dark and the Wicked. Come to Daddy. If you haven't seen this movie, watch it. It's crazy. Happy Death Day 2. Happy Death Day. I don't really think I need an upgrade to 4K. We got a double feature from Mill Creek, Mind Warp and Brain Scan. The classic Mars Attacks. Freaky, again, I'm not going to upgrade it. Don't really need to. The Purge. This is the first 4 movies. Then we also have the Forever Purge right here. That's the only one I got on 4K just because, again, I'm not going to upgrade those 4 movies. They're good, they're enjoyable, but they're not that good. We have Annabelle, Annabelle Creations, Conjuring 3, Conjuring 2, the original Conjuring, and then Don't Breathe. Next up, we have the Boko Experiment. It is a nice, big, girthy Blu-ray case from Family Video. The Witch. People Under the Stairs. This is getting a remake that has Jordan Peele attached to it, but put this also in 4K. It's such a good, underrated movie. Paranormal Activity, all 6 movies. Studio 666. Little Monsters, Say What You Will, when I was a kid, scared the shit out of me. World War Z, nice little digipack. From Dusk Till Dawn, this keeps getting rumored as a 4K. It better come out. The Faculty, an awesome 90s horror movie. The Hunt. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, again, top 5 horror comedies of all time. The Wishmaster Collection. With the Mondo Steelbook of Quiet Place. You can probably see a little bit. There we go. It's a little dark. Quiet Place Part 2. The Outpost Black Sun. 1408. Another Stephen King adaptation. Read the short story. It's awesome. Alright, and this last shelf is kind of a catch-all. It's not really horror. There's a couple of horror movies in there, but really it's just kind of all over the place. So we'll get into it. We have Enemy, an amazing movie. What Lies Beneath. Mr. Brooks. We have the Free Guy Steelbook on 4K. Hardball. G-Baby. This movie's amazing. Alpha Dog, again, just a really sad movie. Fast and Furious 6. Fast 5. The 4K Steelbook of the original. That's really all I have of Fast and Furious. All the other ones I'm not a huge fan of. Starman. Valkyrie. We have War Dogs. Rock and Roll and Swordfish Double Pack. We got Come On, Come On. Chevy Chase and Fletch. Get Shorty. And then these last 2 are box sets. We're going to have the Harry Potter complete box set, Blu-ray and 4K. Usually you can get that on a really good sale. You just gotta kind of look for them. And then last but not least, we have the Jurassic Park box set. Has the first 4 movies, so the first 3 and then Jurassic World. I'm okay with the last 2. They were garbage. I don't need them in my collection. Either way, that was Shelf 3, Part 3. What did you guys think? Leave that down in the comment section below. Let me know. Are you excited for the other shelves over here? I got Criterion, I got Arrow, I got Universal Monsters a little bit. I got more Alfred Hitchcock. Things are going to get crazy over here too. But with that being said, we'll see you guys later.